2026? The year 2026? I haven't even finished the roof on my summer cottage from 2024. Oh, you're here. Good, good. Grovel later, listen now. I am Sir Robin the Lootless, the voice of the people, mostly because the people are too busy hitting rocks to speak for themselves. We have major updates from the Mainframe Team. The Yule celebration is upon us. It begins December 17th, after the maintenance wizards finish their spells around 3 a.m., and runs until January 13th, 2026. That is nearly a full month of festivities. But pay attention, peasants, because there is a catch, a mechanic, a hoop you must jump through. To see the new resources, you must craft and equip a Yule Charm. If you do not wear the charm, you see nothing. You will walk past the festive loot like a blind fool. It is a magical monocle of holiday spirit. If you take it off, the joy disappears, which frankly sounds like my dating life. But in game terms, it means equip the charm, or stay poor. Now, why should you care? Because the developers have given us a tip, a hint for the greedy lords among us. They said, quote, "Prepare a few extra items to trade or sell once the event comes to an end." Do you know what that means? Scalping. I am going to hoard every Yule resource I can find. In February, when you are sad and cold and miss the holidays, I will sell you a piece of straw for 500 gold pieces. I will be the Yule tycoon. I will have the finest stall in the market, assuming I don't accidentally delete the items like I did with my last inventory, but that is a story for another time. But enough about money. Let us discuss culture. The developers have released The Legend of the First Goat. It says, "As your grandma told it every winter." My grandma mostly told me to stop playing video games and get a real job. But let's see what this grandma has to say. "The ancients said that in the first winter, the dead wandered. Merothea found a child spirit, cold, afraid, unable to speak their own name." Unable to speak their own name? Ah, yes. We call those new players. They spawn in, they jump up and down, they don't know how to use voice chat. Tragedy. Now, listen to how useless the other animals are in this story. This validates everything I have ever said. Merothea tries to help the ghost child. She calls her wolf. But the wolf's steps were too heavy, and the shadows grew wary of his teeth. I knew it. Wolves are useless. They are clumsy, aggressive oafs. Too heavy. The wolf needs to go on a diet. So then she calls the bird. But the bird's wings could not reach the low places where sorrow pools. Classic bird. Oh, look at me, I can fly. I'm too good for the ground. Useless. If the loot is on the floor, the bird is worthless. Merothea is desperate. She calls out, "If any creature knows the hidden roads, show them to me." And who answers? The dragon, the griffin, no, the goat. A creature with bright eyes, nimble hooves, and horns like twin crescent moons. Listen to what this goat does. It puts the wolf to shame. The goat stepped to the child's spirit. Where it touched, the shadows loosened. The goat turned, walking a path that had not existed the moment before. Wait, the goat creates new geometry? The goat has admin privileges? I have been stuck between two rocks for 3 days, and this farm animal is walking on paths that don't exist. I need this goat. I need to tape this goat to my boots. If I had these hooves, I would never get stuck in the terrain geometry again. And now we come to the part that actually hit me right in the feels. The goat returns to Merothea. She asks why it helps the lost. The goat places its forehead against her hand, and she understands, because the living rarely look downward, and the dead often do. The living rarely look downward. That is a lie. I look downward constantly. I am always looking at the ground. Why? Because that is where the loot bags drop. I am looking for iron. I am looking for flax. I have spent my entire life looking downward, hoping to find a rare resource node. Does this mean I am a goat? Am I the spiritual guide of Pax Dei? No, I'm just greedy. But still, the goat and I, we are kindred spirits. We both know the value of the ground floor. So, my friends, the decree is clear. Craft your Yule charms. Do not unequip them, or you will be blind to the riches. Weave your straw goats. Place them on your hearths. And remember the proverb, a wolf guards, a bird warns, but a goat leads you home. And if the goat leads you to a chest full of high-tier crafting materials, you keep it secret. You send the coordinates to Sir Robin, and you tell no one else. Happy Yule, Paxians! Now, away with you! I have to go find some straw and figure out how to weave it without ruining my manicure. Pax Vobiscum.